MCs here, also known as Sinn in the Steam world. We're going to play a little more Kenshi today. I'm going to try to take our starter plan a little bit further and give you the basics. I'm going to cover a few things today that I didn't cover the last time. We're picking up slightly after we separated from each other there. So what it's going to be is it's going to be the early afternoon of the next day. And what I have done was I started at sundown and ran through the night. And I'm going to be honest with everyone here. This is my fourth attempt at cutting a video, as I have no skill editing, and I've noticed that some inappropriate language is, at least for my videos, is in some of the replies and the scripted responses from some of the characters. So in the future, I'll simply go on past that, and you can experience that. You can experience that for yourself, you know, and make your own decisions. This game does have some adult language in it, so please be prepared for that. Now we're going to check and see where Sinn was at. As I said, it is at it's 12:39 in the afternoon. The next day, we started at sundown last night. Our statistics have gone up. Our strength is at 5. Okay. Our max carry weight is at 20 kilograms. So after that, we become encumbered. Our athletics is up to 8. Our encumbrance was at 58% last night before we started our running. Our encumbrance is now at 49%. And as you can see from the last episode, the experience points split has changed quite drastically, actually. Strength experience points are at 12% and athletics are at 50%, and that's because we're stronger now. We can carry a little more weight without it bothering us, and therefore we can run faster. Strength and athletics go hand in hand. You should not try to beef one without the other, because you might be a fast runner, but if you're not strong enough to carry the things that you need to carry with you, like your armor, your weapons, etc., etc., you're going to get caught by an enemy that is more than willing to take you down if they can catch you. And if you don't work both of those at the same time, trust me, they will catch you. Over here on this side of town, this is the Thieves Guild. And we can talk to this fellow here really quickly. So you want to be on the show, Shinobi, in on the Shinobi. So let's try reading words. So you want in on the Shinobi, The guards try to lay the crack down, but they ain't fooling nobody. They're nothing a few cats can't handle. I know for a fact that joining the Shinobi Thieves Guild is beneficial. Basically, anywhere that they have a safe house, you'll be able to sleep there, use their training equipment, etc., etc., but it costs 10,000 cats. And even though I do want to join them, I couldn't afford it right now anyhow. We're still carrying the same weight as we had last night. And I want to show you a little something about the value of things as well this round. Now, you can purchase these houses, and even though they're dilapidated in bad shape, if we left click on the house, we can see that this building is public. And if it was a private building, it would be in red right here, and it would say private. And we could buy that particular building for 10,500 cats. Now, having said that, it's actually going to be more expensive than that, because we're going to have to either manufacture, and we have no building, so we can't build the equipment necessary to manufacture. So we're going to have to end up buying the supplies to fix the house. So what we want to do is make sure we've at least got enough money to start to do that. And with the price of some of these houses, 4,800, 7,200, and even this tiny one is 1,500. But you're going to find that the floor space in this one, in the small one, simply is not going to be sufficient. Another little interesting hint. Say you drop something and you can't find it, or it's in a place that you simply can't see it and you want to grab it. If you hold down Alt, just hold down Alt, everything that is able to be picked up will be around you, and you can pick that up simply by mousing over the name of that item and clicking, and bang, you will pick it up. We'll grab this cup, we'll grab this cup, and we're going to go ahead and sell some of that as well. Grab this other cup. Simply going to add a few more ducats to our money roll is all it's going to do. It's not going to be much at all, even if it's even worth anything. The values of many things change. But to finish up about these houses, if it says public, it's public. That means you can go in there and not have a problem. But if it is red and it says private, and you go in there, the occupants will try to drive you off. If there are any, they'll ask you to leave. If you do not leave, they'll call for the guards. Now, one of two things is going to happen. You'll either be arrested for trespassing and thrown in jail, or while you're in jail, you'll be sold off as a slave. In the best of circumstances, the absolute best, if you go to jail and are not turned into a slave, all your items will be confiscated and sold off. And you can actually buy them back from the head jailer, but I find it better just at lower levels, just to simply avoid that. So we're going to sell off some of our stuff here. Let's pause this. We have not yet used our bread. So we're on day 2. It's been over 24 hours since we've eaten one bread. So perhaps with the changes that they've made and the updates, the food consumption of 1.5 could be just a little much. So I'm thinking more along the lines of 1 or 1.25, somewhere around in there. Here's our iron. It weighs 9 kilograms. The value is 71. The sell value is 71. Average price is 90, and the price markup is 78%. So the average price is what the thing is actually worth, and the price markup is intrinsic to your local area or local vendor as to where they're located. In some towns, iron will be worth more than others. In this town, it's not so much. So 78% of 90 cats equals 71 cats. So that's all we're going to get for each one of these that we sell. Iron is the close thing to our main gates, and we want to try, especially early on, to stay away from people outside the city gates where it isn't safe. Let's see what we can get out of that. Okay, those empty cups are 6 cats each. Fantastic. 3 cats for the empty rum battle. Yeah, I know it's not a lot of money, but now we're up over 1,000 solid, and we still got food. Now this is what we're going for. By the next episode, we're going to be mining this instead, and this is copper. It weighs less than half at 4 kilograms. Value is 191. Sell value 191. The average market price is 180, and in this particular town, the price markup is 106%. So we get 191 cats out of an item that's worth 180. So that's what we're going to want to mine. That's what's going to bring the most money more quickly. That way we can go ahead and buy a house and progress the game on even further. Here are some of the books, but we don't want to buy any of those yet because it would be a waste of money at 300 cats a piece, and we don't have even a research bench yet. Here are the food cubes I was talking about. They're worth 1,000, but they're worth every bit, trust me. So for the moment, I'm going to go back outside, and as I couldn't get my pause button to function earlier, we're going to try it again, and through the magic of a questionable, oh, out the wrong side, questionable pause button, we'll see if we can't do a magical, mysteriously marvelous time skip. Alright, so I'll see you in just a few moments. And no, I guess I'm going to see you now. And that's that's how we're going to do it, because I'm going to tell you what, I've been putting a lot of cuts in this video, and I'm a bit tired of redoing them, so we're just going to muddle on through. And where is, have I lost it? Oh, yes. I went out the correct side of town in the first place. Okay, so we're just going to do this on fast forward then. We're right on out here. We're going to take a chance. I'm going to stay zoomed out, so if I see anything coming, I can go ahead and head back as quickly as I can. Now, you don't have to have this menu up, okay, as it does tend to get in the way of you being able to see everything going on around you. So the way we're going to do it is, as he gets an ore, we're going to hold the left mouse button, and we're simply going to drag it to him, and it will automatically deposit that ore into his inventory. And just like that. And if we check the inventory, there it is. Now our idea is to get our encumbrance back into the red again. So through the night as I run, hopefully I'll have mined up enough that I can get back into town before dark, and then through the night I'll run back and forth with the heavier weight and see what kind of strength and agility bonuses we can get, because once we get up to, I'm going to say 10 or 15 on our agility, somewhere around in there, wherever we end up, we are going to go to the next town. There is not much here in this town. So, our goal is Squin. So, in the next morning, we're going to run from the hub to Squin, and we're going to run as fast as we can and hopefully avoid any confrontations, because there isn't a whole lot we can do about it, you know, if we do run into something. And though it is more the shame, it is the truth, and you have to know your limitations, especially at the beginning. The type of game I play is a permanent death type game. If my main character dies, that's it. I'm done with that game. I have to start over. And who are you? Who are you? Who are you? What are your intentions? And let's see. Left clicking on them will bring up their statistics here instead of mine. It can show you how much hit points, blood, and hunger they have left. Everything. Their attack, their defense. And you can see here their strength is 13. Dexterity 15, toughness 13, an attack of 11 and 13, and just to see how we stack up. Attack of 1. Heavy weapons, which is what we have, of 1. Strength of 5, toughness of 1, dexterity of 1. We wouldn't stand a chance in a fight with even a single one of those fellows. I don't know for sure if we're going to end up getting a whole pack before nightfall. I probably... oh, here we go. Yeah, it's going faster than I thought, which, you know, you want to be careful on fast mode, because as soon as you turn around and look the other way or try to take a sip of your coffee, you're going to find that you're surrounded by a bunch of starving, crazy farmers who want every scrap of food that you have in your backpack. So in order to avoid that type of a situation, we'll keep our mouse button very, very close. Oh, what are you? What are you? What are you? What are you? Let's stop here and see. Oh, okay, good. Goats. For a moment, I thought that they were bone dogs, and it had me a bit worried. I'm not so sure if the goats are dangerous, but either way, I'm not going to test it for the moment. And back to that, and let's pause. Let's grab this, see where we're at. 60% encumbrance. So, as you can see, our encumbrance experience points are divided up. Athletics 39% and strength 18%. And the strength percentage will go down, and the athletics percentage will go up as you become stronger. Alright, let's pan out here. Take it back up to the town so we can get into a safe zone. And there we go. Run, 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 run. Now there's all kinds of people around that you can interact with. I really have no need to interact with anyone other than, say, the barkeep for right now, because I don't have the money to hire on somebody, and even if I did, I couldn't spare the money because I'd end up taking the food out of my mouth and needing to feed 2 people, though I could mine twice as much. In an iron environment, that's my item to sell. It's just not worth it because iron isn't worth so much. Now, as you can see, there's some guys in town here. They very well could harass us as well, try to get us to pay a bunch of money to them in safety taxes or what have you. Also, as said before, some of the language that is used by some of the patrons in the bar is of adult content, and for my videos, I simply don't have that type of stuff in my videos. That way anyone can watch them, and but you know, I have no problem with it, but I'm just not gonna do that. Now, if we hold Alt down, you can see that there's a whole bunch of items in here that you could take as well, but notice they're red. Okay, so that means if you steal that, you could potentially get in trouble and be arrested. So if they're red, make sure you're in a spot. Make sure you're in a spot where no one's watching. You probably want to be sneaking, and make sure you stay out of people's sight when you do so. So in our next adventure, it will be during the next day. I'm going to spend the evening here running back and forth. I know the episodes don't have a whole lot of content in them, but to be honest, there's only so much you can do in a half-an-hour video, and I don't want to have to have somebody dedicate to an hour and a half worth of video, because a lot of us simply just don't have that time to sit down all at once. But I do appreciate you watching. Remember to check out BoreKPlays. He's going to be in the links and description, so give him a try. See if you like his content. He plays Kenshi, he plays 7 Days to Die, he plays Imperion Galactic Survival, and whereas this is more of a basic how-to and show you what buttons to push, BoreK will take you on an adventure. Give him a shout, give him a like. Heck, give me a like too if you like the video. I'd appreciate it very much. Or even better yet, sub on in there, man. We can be YouTube pals, Awesome. So I'll see you in the next one. I'm going to be coming out with some World of Warships videos again, continue my Battleship series. We're going to see if we can't get a little better with the Queen Elizabeth. As for my last video on the Queen, you noticed that it was a complete failure. So I want to try to do her and some of the other British battleships a little more justice now that I've learned how to play them a little bit better. And yeah, so we might even have some people featured. And I've got a lot of things planned for the near future for the channel. Hopefully we can cater to everybody's wants and needs as far as videos go. Thank you for being with me, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Stormy Seas, aka Sinn. I'm out.